Fuck.
Yeah. Man, I gained 10 pounds eating the red and the green M&Ms, bro. I gained 10 pounds so quick without I'll chop it up today. How you brothers been for the week, man?
Oh, we've been good, man. We've been
good.
Yeah. We can't ignore the ratings. I mean, this light skin thing is working for me and Derik.
I heard it. Where do we start?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Chop It Up for the 2022 season, man.
Yeah.
Haven't seen my brother since last year, man. Everybody, thanks for rocking out. I hope everybody had a great New Year. Please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend to tell a friend. It doesn't cost you anything to tell somebody about our show and to like some of our comments. And if you have any issues with us, make a comment. We always get back to you. So my brothers from another mother, man. I miss you guys, man. How you been? Derik, talk to me, brother.
Back, my brother. Miss you back, my brother. Miss you back. Listen, man. Just having a really good time with my family, man. Just good to have my family all together with my son. He, my oldest was here. All my kids were with me. Obviously to bring in Christmas and almost to bring in New Year's. New Year's we had a nice time as well. And I'm just really blessed. I'm bringing in a positive energy for this year. I'm wishing everybody health and abundance and happiness, and I'm really and a lot of money. And I'm just really good, man. The only bad thing the year is kind of off to a off note because I do have COVID in my home now. All right,
yeah.
I have a family member who tested positive, so we're dealing with that, and I think so we're getting that sorted out, to see who has what and all of that, so we're taking care of our tests and we're taking care of ourselves and everything. I feel fine, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to do your due diligence. So but other than that, man, everything's good, man. Just really happy to be here. Great way to kick it off the first first show of the year. This is this is the highlight of my week and the highlight of the year so far. So let's go, fellas. What's happening?
All right.
So yeah, man. So Rob, what's up with you, man? What's going on, man?
Not much. First of all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, Rob.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty, but as long as y'all can hear me, that's good. I don't need those. Everything is good, man. I mean, I had a great Christmas. Happy New Year to you, brothers. Happy New Year to the audience. Everybody tuning in tonight. I definitely missed everybody. Missed being on the show. Everything's pretty good. I lost a family member last week. My grandaunt passed away. But lived a very long life, and we have some amazing memories of her. So that's the sad part about my week. But the highlight of my week was I got a massage.
Happy ending?
No, not that kind of massage.
Yeah, you got some regular.
D is back.
D is back.
Yeah, D is back. Did you see how he perked up when he's?
Oh yeah.
Ain't that like a good rub and tug? Ain't that like a good rub and tug?
We just got into it, man.
D, I didn't go
I'll tell you guys about my spot. I used to go to a long time ago.
Long time ago. Last year. That's
the 34th Street. Long time ago. If anybody want to, just inbox me on Instagram. Go ahead, Rodney.
It wasn't one of those type of things, but very relaxing. I mean, she rubbed the grits out of me, man. I mean, I had a great experience. It was very relaxing. I left out of there really shiny and greased up, No, I felt greased in a pork chop. You know what I mean? When I left there. But that was the highlight of my week. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend time with my family too. For the holidays. My son came home and everything. But other than that, everything else is great, guys. Kelvin, how are you, brother?
I got to tell you something. You guys will be disappointed in me. Started off the year wrong.
I doubt
so last year I made a commitment, right? I said I'm gonna give up sweets and junk food. And so I was doing well. I hadn't had ice cream in a year. You know, I was like really going. Now, all the people that tell you, they's like, don't deny yourself. I don't know what happened yesterday. I went to the supermarket and acted a pure fool. I saw that Haagen-Dazs. It went in. They had to flick the lights to get me to leave. I'm telling you, yo, when I tell you, I tore that ice cream down like a crackhead. Like I mean, like a person just fell off the wagon. And I called my sponsor. I gotta go to these meetings for ice cream. And I mean, it's bad, brother. But it was just, I couldn't help it. The car drove itself to the supermarket. I just got in and just wound up there. So, I mean, I started off wrong, but because this supposed to be the year I'm about to get fly. You know what I'm saying? This supposed to be the year I'm about to get built up. But I started wrong. So there's nowhere to go up from here, you know. But other than that, you know what it is in New York, it is brick. We were 23 degrees 2 days ago. It's no joke. So, and then I also made up a New Year's resolution. I'm not doing business with my people no more. That's the other thing.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Don't give up on us.
You know, I didn't want it to come out like that, but I still love my people from a distance. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I've had to learn. I had to learn.
What made
I bought mini split units, and the heat works unless it's cold outside. So I bought that from my people, but I don't want to let the enemy use me at the beginning of 2022. But other than that, I'm good. D, I like that shirt, brother. What's going on with you?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I wish you to call me for the split units. I got somebody, and he's not black, unfortunately, but they do good work.
I played myself. Call
me. And they probably cheaper. They probably more affordable than other people you have. So,
I'm sure. And they probably work too.
Yeah, they work. I literally just had to turn the heat off because I was sweating in there, and I had to turn it off.
Yeah, I don't get to do that.
Yo, Derik, man. First of all, I hope everybody, your family, be okay, man. Y'all just gotta take some tussin.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Put that Buckley's. That Buckley's fly everything.
That Buckley's a kill cancer. That Buckley's no joke.
If you're black, it's Tustin, and if you're Puerto Rican, it's Vic.
There you go. Yeah, that's true.
Yo, they had the Vicks now. You don't have to put your finger. They got some shit like it rub now. Some shit, some new shit they got.
Oh, all right. I feel that.
Yeah. But now my time off was good, man. I had the same thing. I had a little COVID scare, man. My big son, aka Chicken Wing, lied to me to come over his house. This guy bought me a Christmas gift. Didn't tell me. He said he lied to me to come to his house. First of all, he said, "Yo, come to my house for Christmas dinner." I said I was going to come. I kept saying I'm going to come, but he thought I was going to renege on him and not show up. So he told me that his car broke down. He needed a boost. I go over there. He doesn't need a boost. He gives me a Christmas gift, and then he said, "Yo, man, while you're here, I need you to to cut my turkey because he can't cut turkey." I said, "Yo, cut your own turkey," and he's like, "Yo," and he showed me and he hit the pan with the little arm, and it just don't hold still. So, hey, what up, Shauna? What up, sister? And then stupid ass jammies and the people that can't see is asking me, did I lotion his arm?
Wait, hold
on.
Hold on. So wait a minute. You saying Chicken Wing can't cut turkey wing?
No, he can't cut turkey. And then he tells me I'm going down south and I got to see elderly people and stuff like that. He calls me on the way when I'm going down south, tell me like he tested positive for COVID and everything. So, but it worked out for me. It's good. Nikisha, what up? What up, everybody? Well,
shout out
Happy New Year, everybody.
Lisa,
Happy
Melvin,
New Year. Word.
Keisha, Narat, everybody. You know.
Word up. What up, family? Everybody, family. Word up. But my big's gonna give me a little scared, man. But he's all right. He's doing well. I told Chicken Wing to take some chicken noodle soup. And he's doing all right. But he all right, man. But everything else is good, man. I can't complain, man. Life is great, man.
Yo, I know that
chocolate, Lisa. It was chocolate. It's my weakness. I'm sorry.
Serious chocolate? All right. What's that, Rodney?
The thing is, I noticed something about Chicken Wing, and I don't know if this is going to be foul for me to say this, but
that means it's going to be foul.
No disrespect. No disrespect. And he's not here to defend himself. But you know, I noticed something about Chicken Wing's good on.
What's that?
You ever notice how cock diesel that one arm is?
I seen him knock cats out with that one on.
Yeah, got to have all the load.
I remember punching the dude through a screen door with that one on.
The thing is, yo, he's walking around like the Winter Soldier with that on. Yo, that one arm is
that, son. That's funny as fuck.
You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that.
Is that wrong?
You wrote it.
That's
Well,
funny.
then if it's no disrespect, Chicken Wing, no disrespect. We'll let you come back on and defend yourself if you feel like it.
Motherfucker like Steve Austin. Bionic man. That fucking arm shit. That only that bionic arm he got can do everything except for cut lobster. I mean, break lobster, cut steak, and cut turkey.
Wow.
Obviously,
Yo, well,
Well,
I
I
want y'all
didn't
to
notice
know
that one arm is diesel.
it is.
I want y'all to know this. We would not start a year off without some foolishness. And I want to tell you, D, I'm tired of the foolishness. First of all, there's a new scam going on. The other day, somebody stole my niece's catalytic converter off her Honda Accord.
Yeah,
Okay,
they do.
from the neighborhood. That's the new thing now. So everybody, please beware that somebody is stealing catalytic converters, and they're not mechanics, and they don't have to put the car on the lift to do it.
Yeah.
Now we don't know what race of people that's doing it. I'll just say someone was able to move, unnoticed through Springfield Gardens, Queens. Could be anybody, So that is some foolishness that took my niece's catalytic converter out of her car. Cut it right out.
It's not just Honda Accords. They're taking off trucks too.
Well, you know what it is. The truck is easier because it's off the ground. The Honda, they said they take them because people always want Honda parts, and then then the cops told her that people are doing it because they want to use it to smoke. They want to use it to smoke the carcinogens that's in the catalytic converter.
I never heard that.
That's what the cops said, Rod. That's what they told her. So that may be.
We got a new
That's
form
some new shit, man.
We got a new form of crackhead. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly.
There you go, Kelvin.
The devil was using him. The devil was using him. So he's still stuck.
He's still stuck. All right, so oh man. So we're gonna move right along, man. We're gonna go to some
he's still stuck.
He's still stuck. We're gonna go on, man. So Jam, we got some topics tonight, man. Let's talk about brother that just passed away from us, man. The star from the Max Julian died at the age of 88. Somebody asked me what did he die from. I said, I can't believe somebody asked me what he died from. I said he was 88.
He was 88. He died of being 88.
88. That's what killed him. 88, goddamn. But nah, this brother's good. Everybody never saw the Mackie Young Cats that watch us. This is where a lot of your rappers got a lot of their lines from this guy right here, man. This movie right here. Shit, one of my favorite movies of all time in the 70s during the black exploitation time. So can you count that?
Can you count that?
There he is. He's back.
There you go.
Then they stole my Wi-Fi.
They trying to sell. It looked like they're trying to sell it back to you, little fuzzy. But
I think it's safe to say now that we can retire the phrase "job turkey" now.
Job turkey's going.
We can retire that.
Definitely the job turkey is right there.
Yeah, the job turkey is.
Yeah, that was a classic movie, man. I have a damn DVD, but I have no place to play it on. The Mac. And you can't find it anywhere, right? It's not on Netflix or anything.
I don't know.
You gotta find it. They used to have it on. It used to come on YouTube back when, it was a little bit more loose back in the day. You could find a lot of those old school movies on YouTube. Still probably could. You know what I mean? You get, the whole movie. So
and plus they're supposed to be doing a reenactment of it at the Beacon Theater too. So.
Oh really?
He's joking.
No, but listen,
that's the Beacon Theater. You might get it at the Beacon.
No, it's so funny you say that. They have New Jack City to play. Coming.
Thank you.
I can
first
see that.
opportunity
to
say we will never get anywhere as a people, and I mean that.
Why not New Jack City? It's been about damn near almost 30 years since it came out.
I want to see you play Pookie.
Tubi, Pluto TV. Okay, so he's telling us, what's up, Shakar? What's going on, brother? Tubi and Pluto TV. That's where you can catch it. The Mac. Yep.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. See, we got some of the smartest listeners, man.
Absolutely.
Give us those little gems, man.
And watchers. Get the most educated audience. Yeah, man. That was one of my favorite shows, man. One of my favorite movies, man. Definitely. Trying to think my favorite line from that, man.
My favorite. Go ahead.
Oh, your bitch chose me. You know the game.
Yeah. You know the name of the game, pretty Tony. Yeah. Your bitch chose me.
But it ain't Superfly. It ain't Superfly though.
Nah, I like the Mac more than Superfly, man.
You always gotta be different, D. Oh,
I do like the Mac. Superfly was cool, but perm. Cult Jam sends Amazon Prime. So cool. Good.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Amazon Prime still got it. All right.
yeah,
That's what's up.
check.
Yeah, we
check
got to
that.
preserve our history. You know that.
Listen, man, those movies give some actors some bread in their pocket, man. You gotta give it to them. My man from Magnum P.I. was in that joint. He's the Mac's brother. Remember, he choked the white man out the end. Yeah,
that's why he like it.
Yeah. I saw that movie one time. I can't remember half of the stuff that's in it.
Serious? I always
Yeah, I'm
watch
dead
that.
serious.
Wow. I might take a little bit of Rodney's black card. That's why he light skinned.
Nah.
One time we only watched the
My black card is solid, kid. It's solid. Super black.
Well, I was trying to get rid of mine. Somebody stole it anyway, so it don't matter. That's what it is.
You can't take a person black card because they saw it once. You take it if they never saw it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is true.
See, I'm defending my black card. You see that?
That's true. I give you that. Let me see what we got here. Oh yeah, our brother. I guess he's our brother. It's kind of mixed bag. Cornel West and Nicole Hannah Jones, Black intellectuals, take over masterclass. And Jamie, I think we have a video to this. Can you play the video of this?
We have some real problems in this country that are deep and structural, that have to be confronted with the truth of who we are.
I invite each and every one of you. Listen to these different voices. Have the courage to say, let me see what this wrestling with white supremacy and black love is all about. In this class, we are going to be focusing on these powerful issues together.
You will learn how slavery and anti-blackness is foundational to nearly every American institution in modern life, even if we refuse to see it.
You may hear things that you find hard to believe. They are a testament to parts of our history that we've dismissed.
The story that you can tell about this country, about it being a land of equality and opportunity, who gave America that? We gave America that.
There has been this unbroken history of struggle for liberation for hundreds of years. Black people managed to create beauty in the very process of fighting structural racism.
Black love is that thing that makes you believe in American democracy, even when American democracy hasn't believed in us.
One of our jobs is to try to make there be as little racism as possible. A more important job is to see where the racism is and think about ways that we can get past it.
Race is a fiction. Racism is real. What do we do with that? And it's only in having that understanding of what built the country that we're in that we can dismantle the parts of our country that don't live up to its highest ideals.
I'm John McWhorter.
I'm Sherilyn Eiffel.
I'm Jelani Cobb.
Nicole Hannah Jones.
Kimberly Williams Crenshaw.
Cornel West.
I'm Angela Davis, and this is Masterclass.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm gonna check it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm just a little funny with Cornel West, but I'm gonna check it out.
Go ahead. What school did Cornel West used to be a professor at? Was it Princeton?
Princeton, Harvard, and Princeton, Harvard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't he leave Princeton or Harvard or one of them because they wouldn't tenure him?
It was Harvard, I believe he left. That's right. You're right.
Yeah. So the thing is, I kind of glad to see this. Like basically now he's going out and he's one of the people that are going out now. They're going to teach their own course. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be governed by institution or university or whatever. So I like it. I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's free, right, for everyone?
That I don't know.
I can't remember. Culture, I know we got some free subscriptions. Good Shepherd is free. I remember if she's still on, let me know if it's free or not. But go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, I remember, man, way back, Brooklyn, the Slave Theater. You would go there, man, and just listen to the people, listen to I guess, just some of the most intelligent minds, in the 90s, to me. You know what I mean? I remember being introduced to some men who would go on to become my actual professors, Dr. James Smalls and Dr. Ben Scobie. And you know, these guys would, I mean, and Dr. Henrik Clark, you know, just some incredible minds. I would love to see something like that happen just on you know, just out to the masses on the internet, just, you know, and I hope that this is kind of, you know what I mean? Something along those lines, you know. I'm really excited for it, and I definitely want to see where it's going. Yep, we should be able to access. Yes, absolutely, baby.
Yep.
You know, absolutely. Right up my alley. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm going to find out more about it. And what's amazing about it is, you know, in this age of like, we have information is just so readily available now. You know what I mean? Like, you could just literally just go on and you can just get any other kind. It's almost like information is almost like a water, like a fire hose coming at you. So you need some people like that who can kind of just filter some of that down and just take the relevant parts, man, and just hit people with pinpoint accuracy, and also have that credibility to make people kind of listen and take it in too. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. I hope some of the younger people get into it as well. So I'm waiting to get more about it. I'm going to definitely share it on my timeline, my social media, and promote it. And I'm just excited about it. So that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, and it's taken over like the platform of Masterclass. A lot of black folks is taking over, like, you know, a lot of other stuff on there. It was a
system. It's $180 a year. What do you mean, $180 a year? Is that what that is?
Yeah, but they get access to a whole bunch of different things, man.
I certainly hope so.
It's downloadable on the $180. We paying for that one, though, baby. We paying for that one. Make sure we ain't getting
$180. I want Malcolm X to pretty much come to the living room with me.
I am Malcolm X.
Hey, I feel you on that, but I'm gonna tell you, in this case, they gotta please don't stream that for free. Pay them their money, man. Make sure they get their money.
You're right. I mean, you see all these master classes on social media now. People are selling tons of information now. You know, you see it on YouTube. You see it on Instagram, stuff like that.
Information is the new gold.
Information is the new gold. So the thing is, you're right. Let's sell some history. Bring people. Or it's $15 a month.
$15 a month.
Okay, so I want to make an amendment, an apology for something I said earlier. I'm not going to do business with some of my people.
So the subscription is $180, or you can pay $15 a month.
You could pay monthly, or you could pay something.
So Lisa said right there.
Malcolm's hologram, Rodney.
Yeah. No, for $180, I want the real one to sit there.
The real model.
Yeah.
No, but I'm happy to see this, man. I'm really happy to see this. And I know a lot of people are having controversy. What's the difference? I mean, is it going to be the same? Because you don't get the same feels it's like Cornell was teaching at a university. You don't get the back and forth and all kind of stuff like that. You know, the response from your students and stuff like that. But I think it's great. You're right. I'm not sure if you can email the people and they can probably respond later on or whatever, but information is the new gold, man.
But if you could take a class in any subject for $180, that's a deal. I mean, everybody here been to school. Y'all know what a credit costs.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Right? I'm gonna give him $100. I'm gonna give him $180.
Well, look, we're gonna start off with I want to hear some Red Bull talk, and I want to hear some catalytic converter talk. We ain't gonna just skate over that too.
The thing with them with the master class, I don't think they're limited. They're not governed, because I think with universities you teaching, your curriculum has to be kind of somewhat approved. You know what I mean? Correct. People have to, they got to look over it, make sure it's okay. So I'm sure there's probably been times that professors like Cornell West have had parts of their curriculum taken out, and they couldn't do anything about it because they work for the university.
Yeah, I had a professor like that. What he would do is African civilization, and once he find out there was no white people in the class, my man closed the door. Talking, now I'm gonna tell y'all the
real. Oh man, but no, this is great because you got so many brilliant minds on one platform. I mean, when you don't just have Cornell West teaching you Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or whatever the days of college. You got Angela Davis. You got the sister that wrote the 1619 project. That's what's so dope about it. You got so many brilliant minds on one platform. Like you said, credits in school now. One of my guys I work with at Yes, former producer, he sent his kid to NYU and it's $75,000 a year.
Yeah.
Man, listen. If you remember, Oprah started doing something on I think she started interviewing some people on her show when she started her own network. And I thought Masterclass was something that she offered as well on her show. It used to be an interview. I remember she did Jay-Z. She did a couple of people on Masterclass. But I was thinking about the show. And if you remember, this was several years ago, probably 2008 or 9. Oprah, when she started the OWN network, she gave everybody an opportunity if you wanted to go out there and compete to get your own show on Oprah's network. Any of you guys remember that?
No.
Yeah, so that was kind of launch for OWN, and you were going to get your own show. Regular person could get their own show. So I went out to the audition. So it was in Linden, New Jersey. That's as close as it was to the tri-state area. I go out to Jersey, right? So we get to was that?
I do remember that. Yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah. So what happened was we get out there. We're gonna go the night before. Now you're supposed to start at 7 in the morning. We're gonna go to a friend of mine. She and I go out there the night before, right? And the producers are in the parking lot, like nobody can camp out. Oprah's not allowing anybody to camp out. You got to come back in the morning, 7 o'clock. So we go find a hotel. Like, look, we're going to go at like 4 or 5 in the morning, right? By the time we got there, 10,000 people in that parking lot, okay? 10,000 people trying to get their own show. So they tell everybody, like, look, we're going to interview 15 people at a time. The guy was like, you have 30 seconds to make your pitch and sit down. And it was hilarious. First woman, she get up, black woman. She's like, first of all, Oprah is a sister girl. He's like, next, right? Shut her down, right? I get up, make my pitch, and the dude's like, you knocked it out the park. Knocked it out the park. He gets up there, friend of mine that went with me, she finishes. He's like, how do you think you did? It was weird because he didn't ask anybody else how you think you did. Anyway, they was like, listen, thank you for participating. If you get a call from us, that means you're going to the next round. If you don't, then thank you for coming out. That night, I go home. I get a call from the Oprah network, like, you advanced to the second round. Come tomorrow to Secaucus, New Jersey for an on-screen appearance. Now, this is where I made a mistake. That night, I'm overthinking it. I changed the whole name and concept of my show and then changed Caucus the next day. I get there, the person who had the camera on me said, if I were making the decision, I would pick you. But I didn't get past that round, and that was it. And consequently, I don't think anybody else got the show. I never heard of anybody getting the show, but that was my experience with the OWN network. So I would be there right now and not here, but that happened for a reason. So I could be here. This is what it all lined up for. So
now
that's an amazing story.
I gotta ask for the audience, Kelvin, what was your show?
I wanted to do a show called Peer Pressure, and it was going to be, the concept was the reverse, where you could take somebody successful, merge them with somebody that wasn't, and have them pull them up instead of operating in the opposite way. So I wanted peer pressure, where you can take somebody that's doing something and then put them against a person that has given up and see if you can resuscitate the person that was the weak leg. Okay. And then, but I changed it to something that didn't work.
You know what I recommend you should have did?
What's that?
You should have brought fireworks with you. And that would have got their attention. That would have got their attention, Kelvin. You should have brought fireworks, man.
No fireworks trick. Does it every time. Does it every time.
It works on you, right?
Yeah, you know. Oh, yeah. Think it don't. Think it don't. But go ahead, D. I know you got it.
Yeah, man. Now, support for Black Lives Matter movement is declining according to a new poll. So a poll came out and it's saying that white people and a few other people, I guess, are not caring about Black Lives Matter. I think it fell to 47%. Oh, I lost my page where I had my data at. It fell in the support. I think also, what do you think it is? I think it is because there's nothing going on really right now that was driving with race right now that could bring that kind of attention. And everybody's trying to go back to their regular lives, how we were back in 2019. And I think that's what kind of lost the matter. But there's nothing on the news driving that right now. I don't think they talk about insurrection.
I think there's a little more to it. I think it's, first of all, I don't think the messaging went out to everybody. I think people need to understand, and you kind of can delineate between the two. You can care about Black people's lives and not be a part of Black Lives Matter. I think there were two different things. I much about Black Lives Matter. I never had much about the organization. and they all like roped everybody in. But I care about Black people being shot unarmed. So I think what they did was they merged the two. So I don't think people, in other words, I would be upset if they say, well, people don't care about Black lives. You can care about Black lives and not know much about the Black Lives Matter movement. I don't think they're synonymous. You know what I mean? That's the difference if you get what I'm saying. In other words, I don't know who runs Black Lives Matter. I don't know. I understand they changed leadership at one point. Some people thought they were raising money and people didn't know where the money was going. So some people don't really know. I don't ever remember somebody just coming out. I remember the signs. I remember marching saying hands up, don't shoot. But I don't actually, I wasn't actually a part of the inner workings of the movement. So I don't really know.
I think what they say, I don't know if it's about the inner workings of the movement of the people, but I think it's just in the movement in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a damn about that lady that they saying about that. I think about the word, the act, the phrase of Black Lives Matter. I think people are
right. But you can care about that phrase and not be a part of that organization.
Yeah, but I think people are not caring about the phrase anymore. I think it's like,
I don't think this is saying that. If it is, then that would be terrible. I don't think this is saying that. I thought that when I read it, it was saying that people are not invested. Some people were indifferent to it. There's some people that said, I think 11% said they need the support. Yeah. Or you know what I'm saying, or reject it. They don't know, you know. So people don't know. It's almost like with Kaepernick, the messaging. You can care about the issue and not be a part of the organization. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I'm not part of the National Heart Association, but I think people should be healthy too. So I'm like, you know, so that was my thought.
I think that what happened was the messaging became the organization. Became centralized, and then at that point, centralized, organized, and at that point, sold off, spun off, you know, and whatever, commercialized, and you know, saturated in the media, and then people, as anything, as any fad goes, you know, people lost interest, you know, and I don't think we as people might have lost interest, but there's a crowd, you know, of a different hue. Who, you know, they, you know, that was the end thing then, and I think that, you know, they moved on to other things, you know, and I do think that the organization got sold, something like that, somewhere along the line. There was something that happened, something got sold off somewhere. So that kind of lets you know that, you know, I think it just got commercialized and message, and the organization just kind of got tangled up with the slogan. And as a result, you know, as one went, so did the other, I think. So, you know, I think that's where we're at with it right now. But like with any fad, you know, it comes and it goes. And now we who are still affected by it, of course, we're still interested. But, you know, now you have to find a way to keep the interest of others, you know.
But I think I'm still interested in the subject. I just don't know, like, do you become a card-carrying member of this? Can you pay to get in it? Do you make donations? If you do, what does the money do? Where does it go? Yeah. I don't think that was ever explained to anybody. All I knew was they were
raising money. They were raising money. Like people were
right. Where does that go?
Around
good question. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, I kind of like agree with all three, y'all, to everybody's point. Like I see, like what Dee said, I thought was a good point too. Like nothing's going on right now. And let's face the facts, mostly with Black Lives Matter, the movement is police brutality or injustice against Black people, right? So I think the biggest thing that sparked Black Lives Matter was the George Floyd movement, right? So that was people watching a man literally die under the knee of a white police officer. So I think that there's nothing, well, I want to hope that there will never be nothing that will ever top something like that, us seeing something like that as far as being horrible. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I think like if there's nothing going on with a major incident with the police, then Black Lives Matter doesn't get that much publicity. You know what I mean? For them to continue to stay really relevant, they have to tackle other issues other than police brutality. You know what I'm saying? They have to talk about things that's going on in the Black community that need to be fixed, things that we need to fix amongst ourselves. They need to publicize that too, instead of just, I don't know if they're waiting for another incident to happen, but that's what it seems, how the fire has died down in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Now the people that met with Eric Adams, D, who are they regarding this movement?
Another segment of it, I think, right? I forgot the name of the brother name, man. The ignorant dude. I'm not. I say ignorant.
Right. So I don't even know.
Not
iteration
not professional. It wasn't professional. Put it like that.
You just said it. The segment. It was.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So in other words, I don't know if they're, you know, is it an East Coast version? Is it a Midwestern version? Like, I don't know. Then I don't think that was ever. All I know is Black Lives Do Matter. I don't know what the organization is about, other than what Derik said about that messaging. So that's the thing.
I think that group was the Mother Gaston Boulevard of Brownsville.
Chapter.
Like, if people ask you, are you part of the Black Lives Matter movement? Are you?
Yeah.
Sean said
they are New York chapter leaders. Yeah. Yeah.
They're the Willie Bobo of the New York chapter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't say I'm a part of Black Lives Matter movement if I can't articulate what this organization is.
He says, Tim says, it seems the fire died because there were no next steps. Plus, a lot of corporations stopped the messaging. Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, it ran its course. You know, in the you know, casual consciousness of people, I guess. You know.
See, and this is what Derik. This what bothers me. When the guys met with Eric Adams, and I've seen one of the guys do interviews, he's like, if they, you know, institute some of these 90s practices that they did in New York, then there's gonna be looting, then there's gonna be rioting. I don't like any adults leading young people into the fray of something like that with no direction. I don't like that. I don't like putting young people in harm's way, and I don't like you dispatching or sending young people out to do something, especially something illegal or something that's gonna get them locked up or shot or hurt. I don't like that.
And they won't do it themselves.
Right.
The thing is, they won't even do it.
You don't sit down with the man in New York, especially the second Black man in New York, and then make a threat like that if he implements a plainclothes unit. The bottom line is he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Like, you don't have that much power to stop him from doing that. So the thing is, you need to sit down with him and get an understanding of how you and him and the police can work together so people don't get hurt. Not going there making threats about how you're going to riot and burn the city down, which is going to get mostly Black people hurt and arrested.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're already gonna move on to the next thing, man. This phone I love so much. I just can't believe it's gone. It was one of my favorite phones of all time. It was called the BlackBerry. It's no longer around. This thing here was the first jump off cell phone ever. You could jump into girls. I don't know what was it called, DMs. What was it called? The BlackBerry message. What's the side you could jump in?
I never had it.
Nah, you can set up your little side. Set up your little side chicks. You get your little girls see little naked videos. I miss that BlackBerry.
So this is what you're gonna miss about it. This is why they got rid of it.
What is 2022 scroll at?
Fuck the emails. This is what I love BlackBerry for. And the feds can track you on the BlackBerry. That's what they used to riot in Europe. Like, BlackBerry was untraceable. Well, can't say untraceable. It was hard to trace.
I'm mad that you know that, D.
I miss the BlackBerry.
I think the BlackBerry basically didn't look at the future, and that's something that Rodney used to always talk about. You got to know the next level. You got to know what's coming. You got to know the wave, and they didn't see it coming. And I mean, they was number one for a minute, and they stayed in that same space. And now, R.I.P. BlackBerry.
It was geared towards a certain group of people, and like I said, they didn't change with the times. Just like Nextel with that chirp.
I love that chirp though, Rod. I love that chirp.
That chirp was trash.
It was annoying. It was annoying. But yo, you could talk on that joint for free anywhere.
If you could get through. First of all, you chirp, but you couldn't get the phone call.
No, the walkie-talkie.
No, you couldn't. Right.
And it was too fat.
It'd be sticking out your pocket. It was crazy. It looked ridiculous. I had one. I did have one.
I had the clip on.
He had the clip on.
Like a beeper.
I always thought it was trash. 90% of the phone calls didn't come in. You could chirp somebody, but it was hard to get a phone call.
Yeah.
And then when I used to call people on it, it goes straight to voicemail.
You got to admit, though, the cell phone has come a long way as far as reception.
Absolutely.
One time, you just have to move everywhere. It's kind of like my Wi-Fi now.
You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till you see what's coming with cell phones. They got Tesla. Tesla's getting ready to make cell phones.
That's a
wow.
Probably got a move or something.
Yeah.
Tesla and Amazon and them, boy, I'll tell you.
But I hope
no
stone unturned.
I hope Tesla try, because a lot of companies try to come out and they fail with trying to make the cell phone. You thought Google was gonna be the shit? Nobody bought no goddamn Google phone. That shit was straight to trash.
I remember Obama's phone.
I get it, and I agree that Google shouldn't have came out with no freaking phone. But the thing is, Tesla is more of a brand. I mean, it's more of a status symbol. You know what I'm saying? Owning a Tesla and stuff like that. I mean, people, you got millennials. Their whole goal now is to own a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? So to get a Tesla phone and a Tesla car, and I'm pretty sure that phone is going to be able to do some amazing things with that car.
Yeah, it's probably going to sync up. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Hopefully be dope.
You know what I feel? I don't know this. I'm not spreading any rumors, but I feel that you're going to be able to hit your phone and make the car come to you and pick you up.
It's going to be some Jetsons.
Yeah.
See they talk, you know, the car can talk to you soon, man. Why?
Does a Tesla have a catalytic converter in it? Because if it do,
I doubt it.
be careful where you call it to.
It's electric.
But listen, motherfuckers don't start stealing Tesla parts, because them batteries is like 15,000 on a Tesla.
Yeah.
So them shits could be, they ain't gonna be the next hot shit starting to be stolen.
They got to get more.
They got to steal a whole lift of the car, though, man. That thing's rough ride the whole lift.
It's a big piece.
Well, they're doing their reachers now, Derek. They want to make sure that they know the next wave of thieves. They want to make sure that they, you know, they come.
Remember, Tesla parts. Tesla don't sell the parts. So once the Tesla's crash, it's over.
Yeah. I think the hood is going to be stealing your electricity from your Tesla with an extension cord. That's where everyone's coming.
Let's go. Oh man, this R&B singer Jason Derulo fights two guys who allege mistaken him for Usher. Jamie, can you play the video? Oh, and this video is courtesy of TMZ.
Can I go first?
Rodney, the mic is yours.
Well, first of all, Jason Derulo just made somebody very rich. That's number one.
No, they didn't sue.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
They dropped the charges. They didn't want to press charges.
Well, he may be cutting a check. He may be cutting a check on the low.
On the low.
Yeah. But Jason Derulo could have made this stop instantly when they called him Usher, right?
Yeah.
He should have said, "I'm not Usher. My dance moves are not nearly as good as Usher's." And that would have separated him right there. He should have said, "Yo, I don't dance nearly as good as Usher."
See,
I think it was the bitch afterward that did it, man.
That's what exactly.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
You're not convincing me. You're not convincing me that Jason Derulo is not cutting a check to these guys. Because if Jason Derulo hit me, he's cutting a check. I'm telling you that.
I'm screaming like a girl on the floor.
Well, they need to do a better job of security. If you got 15 people trying to keep him from hitting somebody, and he still get to him, and he caught him clean too. Yeah. That right landed.
Yeah, you think this shit was set up?
Trigger words.
Probably. It looked like it. It looked kind of.
It looked a little sus.
No, I think it looked real. It looked real to me. It looked real. I think he lost his cool. He didn't want to be Usher.
Because you got people out there that legit, you know how they are. They're looking for clout. They got. I think
he may have a point with this one. It just looks a little too.
No charges. I mean, he could have gave him a bag. He could have gave him a bag.
And I'll be honest with you,
the table.
But
it's a different day. You better be careful who you run up on today. Like all this looking at somebody and thinking it's a good look, you never know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody catch you wrong, you gonna walk over.
What song? Please, somebody help me out. What song do they have? Only thing I know, he dated Jordan Sparks. That's the only thing I know about Jason Derulo. Dated Jordan Sparks. Please give me a song. Somebody know what it is. Lisa, I know Lisa, a musical genius over here. Somebody help me out. Shauna, where you at? I don't know the dude.
These newfangled kids.
Now he's huge on TikTok and all that too.
Juan said, "Man, everybody's so happy." Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying, Juan. That's what I think the fake. I think it's a fake fight, man.
That's America, man.
I'm telling you, it doesn't mean that he didn't do something under the table. All you gotta do is cut a check. He signed an NDA, and guess what? It's over.
Yeah, you're right.
Now you got some instant little press, you know.
Yeah. And then it looks like he got away with it. Everything is good, and he goes on with his career. But I doubt very much that those guys didn't seize that opportunity to get a check.
Of course.
Or they could have got a check before that, and it's a fake fight.
The backstory was they were heckling him a few times. Oh, so Shorter says the backstory was they were heckling him a few times. He let them slide the first time. All right.
I gotta give Shauna credit. She be on it, boy.
She's on it,
Shauna the feds.
Yeah.
Shauna's the feds, yo. I'm telling you right now, she's the black. She's the feds. She's the black feds, huh? She find shit like that, son. God damn. Word up. Let's see. All right, here we go. Dan Patrick, Texas Lieutenant Governor, tested positive for COVID after blaming unvaxxed blacks for spreading this. So, any thoughts on this guy? Not Dan Patrick from ESPN. This is Dan Patrick, Lieutenant Governor from Texas.
Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick still facing backlash after blaming a surge in COVID-19 cases on Democrats and unvaccinated black Texans.
Here's his comment from Fox News last night.
The COVID is spreading, particularly most of the numbers are with the unvaccinated, and the Democrats like to blame Republicans on that. Well, the biggest group in most states are African Americans who have not been vaccinated. And the last time I checked, over 90% of them vote for Democrats in their major cities and major counties. So it's up to the Democrats to get, just as it's up to Republicans, to try to get as many people vaccinated. But we respect the fact that if people don't want the vaccination, we're not going to force it on them. That's their individual right.
Thoughts, anybody on Dan Patrick?
So what? 10 to 12% of the population is the problem why he got COVID, right?
Yeah, that's what he's claiming.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
He didn't get it from nobody black because racist people don't be around black people. So he definitely didn't get it from nobody black.
Fucking good point there, brother. That is a fucking good point.
But I'll say this, in all fairness, whether black people been getting the vaccination or not, black people been masked up though.
Except for the South, brother. Not down south. I just came
back.
Black
people not wearing masks in the South?
Down south is 2018. Them motherfuckers backwards a motherfucker. They up there. Look at Atlanta. They smoke hookah and drink shit off of stripper titties. With no mask on.
D, how do we arrive at this point either way, no matter what we talking about?
How did we land in the strip club, dude? How did we land in the strip club?
I'm just saying, I missed the strip club. I ain't been in a minute. God damn it. Shout out to all the strip clubs. Y'all miss my money.
Wow.
Yeah. Derik froze or he in deep thought?
I think Derik is froze.
Nah, I'm froze.
He's froze.
Okay, I'm about to say, because it's usually me, so I never know.
Y'all got some bad Wi-Fi going on tonight, brothers.
Wow.
But it's all right. Derik, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but
that's still fly though, Derik. I like that.
I can hear you.
Thinking, brother. That's right.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. I'm joining you next, Derik. Don't worry.
I'm back.
Looks like I'm back. Yeah. Back. Can you hear me? Oh man.
Yeah, little delayed, but you're back. But yeah, Rodney's right. Rodney got a point. He's not around no black folks, so
no,
you got that shit from your own people this time.
Yeah, that's him being a racist ass. And the more white people in Texas ain't vaccinated, so he's full of shit.
Texas been open the whole time.
The whole time.
Word up.
The fucking cows got COVID down there. The bulls, the cows, chickens.
Oh shit. Well, we're gonna talk about another sick person in the head. Antonio Brown, mid-game meltdown. I hope people saw this. Cost him much more than his spot with the Buccaneers. We got a rap song by Antonio Brown. Are we playing this rap song? I see something in white. Are we playing the rap song, Jamie? Curtis of CBS Sports or no? We're not playing it? No, hell no, he said. Okay. God damn, okay. He said hell no. But Antonio Brown, I mean, I've never seen nothing like this. In the middle of a game, just walk off the field with people in the city. He took off his, not just took off his equipment, he took off his shirt and paraded out the stadium. And thoughts, gentlemen, on this guy, Antonio Brown. Anybody, Rodney, let me just get the mic first this time.
I did see the incident, right? Mm-hmm. I got two perspectives on this situation, right? I think I discussed one of them with Kelvin. Antonio Brown, I think, has definitely a problem. I think maybe he may have some brain damage from football. It's a possibility. But let's not forget that Antonio Brown has been on how many teams since he's been problematic and showing this irrational behavior?
Steelers, the Raiders,
New England.
And New England, 4 teams. Right?
4 teams, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Antonio Brown is passing the physical with no problem. As long as he can catch touchdowns and he can run really fast, he can play. Antonio Brown does displaying behavior of somebody that has maybe some brain damage. So, but like I said, teams keep picking them up. So can't just place the blame only on Antonio Brown.
Yeah, because he has above skill set, above average, way above average skill set.
If I'm not mistaken, Antonio Brown, if not now or was at one time, the fastest guy in the league. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he was number one receiver once.
And number one receiver. I mean, the guy, he could catch a football in a blackout. That's how nice he is.
Yeah.
So the thing is, that's what teams want. They don't care about his problems. They figure they will be able to control it or deal with it, or they put a babysitter on him or whatever. But Tony Brown's been doing this for a while, and I think he may have some issues.
Yeah, and I don't want no pro-black pages coming out saying, "Oh, some other shit, No, it's something wrong mentally."
There's something mentally wrong with this. He
was only 85 yards away and 3 catches, I think, and he had this game and one more game to get that bonus check. So, and you don't think Tom Brady, the GOAT, will not throw to him to win games? Yeah. Like it was I don't know what could happen that made him go. Besides, he just said "fuck it," and then
I think Sean is talking about that hit he took when he was with the Steelers. I think he got knocked out. I think he took a bad hit.
Yeah, okay. What anybody says, she's agreeing with you with that. He took that hit, and that scrambled his mind, man. Scrambled his gray matter,
It is real.
His behavior is of someone that definitely has some problems. You ever saw the video of Antonio Brown out there with the police and his baby mama?
Yes, in Florida. Yep.
I mean, I've seen situations like that before. That behavior is of somebody that has a mental illness.
Yeah,
no question. And I'll take it very, very seriously because you know what I ordinarily would have said, and I'm not going to say that because it's not appropriate for that moment. But I think everybody knows one of my thoughts with this. But I'll say honestly, I agree with Rodney. They have looked the other way too long, and I think what you have to do. There are certain people, they're agitated. I think the difference between reality and fantasy is perception. If you've ever been around somebody with mental illness, you can't use rationale with it. You can't use rationale. He literally, like he said, walked away from $1 million.
Yeah.
Literally took his shirt off in an opposing stadium and just started waving to the crowd and took the shirt. Nobody knows what set him off. And I think he's played his last down in the NFL, and he should have played his last down in the NFL. This should be it.
Apparently, what happened was they wanted him to go back into the game, and he felt like his ankle or something, he was still injured, and he didn't want to go back in the game. So then they said, well, if you don't want to go in the game, you can get up out of here, that kind of thing. And they let and the rest is history. He just took it where it went. So in the red it says it's that old I believe that dates back to slavery. African Americans can take more physical trauma than others. Exactly. And we see that just in life with our family members, and our children. So.
Yeah, I don't think what that is like his ankle, but then he jumps up and down, does like up and down with his ankle. It's fucking confusing to me. Like, all right, if my ankle's bad, I'm not exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Like that shit don't make sense to me on that part on that part. And then I don't know. Shauna said the best. One thing I think Shauna said, you can't until he's dead. They with mental illness.
CTA can't be detected.
You can't do CTA detected until he's dead. So basically, she's saying that it has to be detected in the autopsy on the brain. I'm not very knowledgeable with that, but D, you did say she's a Fed, so she probably does.
Shauna does her research, man. Shout out to Granny Liz, her grandma. I hope she's feeling better, man. Shout out to Shauna.
But I'll say this: it is tragic, though.
But you know something? In Shauna's defense, she may have a point there because what's the kid Aaron?
Which one? Junior Senyard got his brain done. I know that.
After he was dead. What's the guy that did the murder?
Hernandez.
Oh.
Yes.
Aaron Hernandez. They didn't detect that he had CTE too until he was dead.
They did.
As well.
Because he shot himself in the chest so they could work on his brain. That's how he killed him. He shot himself in the chest so they could look at his brain.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much safe for my wife.
See, I told you. Look what I
worked for the feds for 20 years.
But What you want to say, Rodney, man?
Nah, I'm just saying I'm glad that you can't find out until you're dead because now my wife won't find out to use it as an excuse. So, for me.
Shout out to your wife, man. Shout out to her, man. Where we at now? Where we at now? Oh my God, this one sounds crazy. This story here. A woman who made $37,000 a week selling farts, hospitalized for trying to fart too much.
The hell?
The fuck? This is the whitest shit I heard yet. But
They are
man.
never gonna get anywhere with people either. I just want to say that to be fair. That story just made me laugh. I mean, it just made me laugh because I didn't think there was any more lunacy that could be presented. And it is, and it's hilarious. And I watched her video, and it's ridiculous. And for the 97 idiots that went there and paid her for that should be locked up too.
Yo.
Jamie said she's a reality TV star. Go ahead.
Wait, so she's hospitalized for farting too much.
Right. So what she does is her procedure is she eats stuff to make her gassy. Then she takes a jar, puts a couple of flower petals in it because she thinks that preserves the fragrance, for lack of a better term, the aroma longer. And then she goes to work. And she literally writes a handwritten note to thank the people that buy it. So some knucklehead, pervert, or idiot, or both, go and pay this woman for her to pass gas in a jar. And I always want to know what happens if you get it and it's not in there. Then what? You get your money back?
You got to keep the receipt. So she doesn't play football, right? So she might have CTE too. But I'm thinking that she's in the hospital for forcing out farts and
she is.
Oh, so she pushed her inner butthole out.
She went too far. She was trying to meet supply and demand. That's it. You know, you can't, man.
I'm just picturing up with this little mushroom coming flying out from behind.
She needed to hire other people to help. Nobody would have known.
It's only so much fart you have in you.
She didn't want to split the profits, so she can keep it all herself. She's gonna
$37,000 a week.
I'm just thinking about this mushroom booty hole, man.
Right.
Listen,
I've been wasting all these farts all my life.
Facts. Facts.
Brother.
You give me a quarter eggnog right now, I can make $50,000.
Nah. If you give me a pint of Breyer's ice cream, I tell you right now, I'll change the game.
Give me a 10 case of White Castle hamburgers, extra onions.
Ooh.
Tearing you out the frame.
Nah, you might hurt yourself, bro. You be in the hospital behind that. You legit will be in the hospital behind that.
Oh man.
But listen, I'm gonna
go one more.
Go ahead.
Give me a Mr. Softy's vanilla milkshake, and I'll rip the pint off the freaking off the street.
Well, it says Simps gonna sip. She was just capitalizing.
Yo, he ain't lying about that shit. But listen, yeah. Erykah Badu was selling her pussy. Selling a fragrance of a pussy on the incense. I'm not selling. Come on, man. I misspoke, man. I misspoke. I meant to say she was selling the incense. Y'all know she was selling that pussy juice.
Roll it.
Y'all know it.
First one of 2022, D. Congratulations, bro.
I misspoke, man. I misspoke. I'm trying to go the whole year while I get the thing. That's what don't count.
You need to make word that you changed was added one show. You couldn't even go one show.
I misspoke. I meant to say the incense, the smell, the light. I misspoke. I'm buying the Erykah Badu shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, and then they got some women that selling bath water. They got that.
As my man Juan said, there's some simps will simp.
Yeah.
Word up.
Yeah.
Word up. I don't get it.
She was, and it sold out instantly.
Thank you, Shauna. My sister always comes through for me. The feds. Shauna.
Sold out instantly.
Word up. I'm buying some Erykah Badu.
You know what? Maybe I'm just
candle.
I don't want anything that comes out of somebody's body for a keepsake. Because I feel like this. If your body has rejected it, so do I. I mean, I think that's You remember when Mayweather fought the dude that was drinking his own urine?
Yeah, what's the guy's name? Latino dude, Mexican dude.
I forgot the guy.
There's a few guys that used to do that.
Yeah,
idiot.
I'm gonna lie. In baseball, some of the cats pee on their hands, bro. Ain't gonna
That's
lie.
a whole
That's different. But these dudes is drinking urine.
You keep the electrolytes inside of them.
Yeah.
There was a UFC fight that was drinking his urine. He said the minerals from the urine would help him like recoup fast.
There's a whole side. Yeah, no, that's a whole thing.
Okay, any one of you guys was in the military?
Nah.
Is it? Well, maybe I heard somebody told me it's true that they used to pee on their feet to get rid of athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of some sort of weird disinfectant.
They used to use urine for pink eye.
Yeah, baby urine. Remember that? I remember that shit.
Yep. Y'all remember that?
I remember that shit. I remember that.
You never heard that?
No, I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
Let me tell you something.
Baby urine to cure pink eye.
No doubt. We need to do a show on it. All that down south remedy stuff. Yep.
Oh, remember when Delphina sold her bathwater? She caused 3 divorces.
Yo, man, with that said, we got.
So Tam said he heard it too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Look at that. See, everybody, look, we got some weird friends. We all our freaky ass friends watching.
I never heard that in my life.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Welcome to Getology, brother.
Well, we got time for a commercial break. I'm about to go on Amazon, order this Erykah Badu candle. I want to smell the essence of her nature.
Oh no, maybe Tim is confirming that you pee on your feet because he's military, right?
Yeah, he is military. We're gonna go back, Tim. We're gonna go back to the top after the commercial break. Tim, tell
we got a lot of urine on us tonight.
Tell if you peed on your feet, man. All right, Jamie, take us to commercial, man.
Orchard Blue Counseling Services, or known as OBS, is a private mental health practice based in Southeast Queens, New York. OBS's founder and holistic psychotherapist, Serene Prince, is a Queens native with Caribbean roots. Serene is committed to providing culturally competent holistic psychotherapy to diverse communities while curating a safe healing space for Black and Brown people with compassion and awareness of their total being. As experts in children and teens, we have curated a mental health and wellness community where children are heard, guided in developing a healthy self-esteem, supported in strengthening their inherited resilience, and learn skills to manage their emotions to develop positive relationships with parents, adults, and their peers. Orchard Blue Counseling Services is designed to help children and adults discover their inner healer as we take the journey with our clients to work towards self-acceptance, self-love, and resilience to manage life's uncertainties and embrace its wonders. Our private practice extends to providing consultant services for personal life transitions and business development, parenting guidance and support, and clinical supervision for mental health students and therapists. And be sure to book our founder, Serene Prince, as your next holistic speaker, offering your audience a life-changing experience. Now that you have taken the first step to learning about us, we invite you to walk towards a healing and progressive life with Orchard Blue Counseling Services. Contact us for your free consultation where applicable. Email or call us at info@orchardbluecounseling.com or area code 516-200-1174. You can also connect with us at our website and social media pages, orchardbluecounseling.com, or on Instagram at orchardblue_counseling SBCS, or Facebook at Orchard Blue Counseling.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's chop it up. Please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Doesn't cost you nothing to share our page, man. So help us out, and we always get back to the comments. So, all right, where we at, man? I was really disappointed. There's some sad news for me. My favorite show, Insecure, is going off the air 5 years, but it was one of the most revolutionary shows of our generation, of this generation. And it what the show did for a lot of people with the culture, also hiring people, giving people their first starts. I love the way it ended. It ended without black trauma, which was good. So, any thoughts, brothers, on what Insecure has meant to the new generation and add on to the culture? Anybody?
It's a great show that I enjoy with my wife. She got me into it. I didn't get to see the season finale, but some of the things that I did like about it was I felt it was incredibly well written. I felt like it was relevant. I just felt like it was charming, like relatable. Obviously I remember those days. They were a little bit younger than me, but I can definitely, remember not long ago with a lot of those same concerns, that were dealt with in the show. And like you said, man, she really, and which I had no idea, but makes sense that she really looked out for a lot of people and brought a lot of people up, with her. She was originally a YouTuber, and I remember that about her, about Issa. And just to see what was possible from, let's say, her personal growth from YouTube all the way to what she eventually became, I think that alone is just inspirational. And I definitely see it as one of the most relevant shows, certainly from a cultural standpoint, that I've ever seen. Because that age group, let's say 29 to 35, that's a very pivotal age. You know what I mean? That's like, you're in the middle. That's like mid-level career. Mm-hmm. You finished your probably finished your advanced education, your high school, obviously, probably did your college. You're making your bones in the world, and now you got some experience, and you're looking to see what the rest of the life is going to be about. Mm-hmm. And that's when you really start to make those mistakes, and you start to get grounded a little bit. I know when I was 28, 29, I just began to start to look at the world a little different. I just got a little bit serious about things. Started thinking more about my, what I wanted out of life, my relationship wise, children, family, So and I saw all of that. I saw all of that reflected in her show, and in a positive way. We just haven't had a lot of that imagery as a people, and it's and for sisters, I think it was really amazing, just to see how she put people on. Yeah, but it was amazing. I hadn't seen the ending. It ended beautifully. The characters were very honest. Hey, it was a very honest show. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. That's what I got from it. So I'm going to definitely get caught up. My wife got ahead of me a little bit with it. We were watching it together, and then I get distracted, and she kind of went on ahead. So I got to get caught up. But beautiful show though, man. And I was really surprised at how much I really got into it. So
I heard a lot about it. I've never actually. I think I've seen it once or twice. Someone showed me. What it is, I can't make the commitment to a lot of shows. I just don't have the time to commit to them. That's the problem. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard you guys talk about it, and I've heard other people. And I know it was a big hit amongst a lot of Black women that I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't caught up with it either. I mean, I watched the first 2 seasons religiously, and then I didn't get back into it until I think we had to watch it for a topic that D was bringing up. So we watched it for that. But I always thought that the writing on it was pretty amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely touched on real life things that people in that age group are definitely dealing with. But I give the system a hats off. She's definitely doing a thing. Doing a thing.
You know something that's interesting and I could just speak for myself. When I was a kid, we used to go to the movies and watch stuff that was fantasy. Now people like to watch reality. And it seems so different. Like, in other words, people enjoy watching stuff that is relatable and things that they experience. To me, part of entertainment used to be escapism. That's why some people used to like sci-fi or whatever, because it was something that just couldn't happen or something you couldn't fathom. Now, in reality shows or people about relationships and stuff, people love to see some things that they can relate to. So I think the world has changed. I think people's appetite for entertainment has changed.
No, I think people looking for answers all the time.
Yeah,
I think people looking for answers a lot more.
Yeah, I don't even think it's that deep. I think we've always been that way. I think it's the television version of the blues, you know. So what we love about blues was was the relatability of the blues. You know what I mean? That pain and everything, that reality, things that are going on, and people gravitated towards that. And I think it's just the television version of that right now. To see yourself reflected in a character and maybe gaining some sense of I don't know, like, hey, maybe I'm all right. You know what I mean? Or maybe I, so something like that. Shonda says, our writers, directors, producers, drivers. What is she saying? I missed a lot of it.
She employed a lot of people out there. Especially young people, let people direct shows. Different shows that didn't have director credits before. She gave a lot of people a lot of jobs.
Okay.
She gave a brother that wanted to get in there. I think driving. It's like after the last episode, you got to watch it like the show, and it gives a lot of insight of how the show was, and a lot of people. She developed characters on the show that people like. The guy that played Lawrence. He's on. I seen him a couple of movies. He was in Escape the Room and those other stuff. So he gave a lot of people a lot of shine. And the sister, that plays Molly, she's a comedian. I saw it open up for when I was at the garden. I saw it open for Chris Rock. And then now, now she has her own. She had her own HBO special and stuff like that. So
thanks a lot, Juan.
Shout out to Juan. Word.
Thanks, Juan. I just had to pride. I can't watch those shows. All of my favorite shows are from YouTube, starting with you guys. Thank you, my brother.
Shout out to Juan. Peace to my brother. Peace to the brother Juan.
Yeah,
word.
Really, Juan. Shout out.
And we also got to interview Shauna, I have to say.
Yeah, that's my girl, man.
Shauna's the most interesting woman in the world.
I think shows like that are really good because I think today's youth and like millennials, like those shows are like the navigation for life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It helps them get through because a lot of the topics they touch on, a lot of people are actually going through it at the time that they see it. You know what I mean? So like I said, we got Navi in the car. She's basically Navi on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
You like that, right, Kelvin?
I like that, brother. They can't catch up with it. It's too deep for them.
The shit was too deep. That shit went over some people's head,
Yeah, man. What you call Issa Rae? I'm glad that we see more of ourselves on camera. I just want them to have a black man show that could deal with topics like this. I know, Rob, before you said it won't sell, but I don't want to see no more like none of them corny coon ass black show men shows. That's some real topic, and nothing on BET. Please, goddamn, don't tell me about no Tyler Perry bullshit.
The thing is, I would like to see a show like that, but I do agree that it won't sell. Like men will not sit down and watch it. I don't think they will. We have ego issues. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Men don't want to show vulnerability and stuff like that. So that's why that show is not going to sell. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's interesting?
Ain't no network gonna pick it up. They're gonna shoot it in the foot.
Why we don't want to show vulnerability?
No, I think
first of all, I agree with you. I agree. I just want to know why.
No, I just said because I think that if you look at all the most successful shows, who is the prime audience? Females, right? Okay. Now, if you have a show like that, I think some females will watch it, but if it's too deep about us and make us look too weak, then I don't think they're gonna watch it too much.
And I think that's the problem with us. We are pigeonholed. That's why I think when it comes to men, especially black men, that's the big issue right there. So we have to keep up this facade.
Correct.
And you know what I'm saying? And so we can't show the vulnerability, and the male ego is very fragile.
It's huge.
It's very fragile. And so we can't do it. So as a result, then it's like, okay, we have to be out here running.
Yeah. Like I told you, if they make it too soft, then men are going to condemn it. They're going to be like, no, man, these dudes is always crying and always doing this, and they hugging each other and they kissing.
Nah, I don't think it have to be like that dramatic, but Issa Rae, what Sean said, Issa Rae did start off on YouTube. That's what I think a black show could start. That's what she got picked up. It was called Insecure Black Girl. If anybody want to check out
Awkward Black Girl.
Awkward Black Girl. Awkward Black Girl. You want to check out her early works. I think we could write a show and it don't have to be like too simpy or too like soft, but it got to talk about some of the issues we go through, like some of the shit we discuss here. Now imagine we have characters that can play all of us out. You have a fly pimp.
What did you think of the show Soul Food based on the movie? The show.
I love Soul Food, but that was I love the show. I did enjoy the show back then. I have to rewatch it now. Maybe I might not see it in the same lens, but at the time I did love the show. All about the black family.
I thought it was kind of real. I thought there was an element of reality to it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically show Big Mama's house, which is reality.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing is too, networks don't want to pick up black shows showing black families in a positive light either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then the thing is, you got to realize they stripped our family structure for a reason, to make us weak. We're stronger together. So if they broke us up as families, we're not as strong.
Yeah, now you're going somewhere deep.
We need to bring back Big Mama so she can be the head of the household again. We don't have no more Big Mamas.
Yeah, but we've always been thirsty for our own images, you know what I mean? And we are, and it's been proven, we are the most loyal consumers of media of all people, you know what I mean?
Not just media.
Yeah, well, you know, media, internet, yeah. But you're right. You know, even brand names, anything. You know, we're the most loyal. You know what I mean? So you know, and that's why what happens. You know, when Fox came out, you know, they started off. They looked for shows that that we were interested in, and we basically, what doesn't get said is, you know, how we
built Fox. We built Fox.
The network in the beginning, and then once they got it, you know, now we spin.
And they ran away from it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you think about you had the Wayne and Brothers thing. What's the name? And Live in Color. You had all that. You had Arsenio Hall was on there. Right? Was he on Channel 9? Was it Arsenio Hall on Fox?
No, he's 9.
Channel 9. 30 now.
Yeah.
Big Mama is 30 now.
Big Mama's 30 now. Yeah, but Big Mama's 30 now. Exactly. Yeah.
Big Mama got a for OnlyFans page now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, Big Mama's in DR getting her ass done now.
Yeah, she getting ass shots. It's a damn shame. Sad state of affairs, man. Sad state of affairs. But we've always been hungry for our own images, though. You know what I mean? And they know that. So to see her do what she's doing is amazing.
Maybe we need to write the show for the Black Man Show.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. Like we could come up with something, man. Like, you know, got to be something, man. I'm just I don't want to see no more Eddie and whatever that motherfucker. None of them. Don't make them simple ass shows. Please don't play them coon ass dudes. I don't want to see nobody.
Yo, you don't want to see Homeboys in Outer Space?
None of that corny shit. I can't rock with that kind of. I never watched one episode of that corny coon shit. I can't fuck with it, man. I just can't do it. I just don't do it, man. I can't do coon shit, man. But anyhow, man. But Kelvin, man, you were talking about this Dave Chappelle thing. We was talking about behind the scenes and recently what happened with Dave Chappelle and his friend that supported him. Can you tell people what was going on?
Yeah, so I was article about his name escaped. The guy played Spence on King of Queens. He's also stand-up.
Shauna, help us out, Shauna. Shauna, help us out. Shauna,
on New Year's Eve, he did a show where he was on the bill with Dave Chappelle, and unbeknownst, Chappelle brought him out on stage with him at one point, and such backlash from some of his fans, because they wanted him to disassociate himself with Dave Chappelle, which several doing now, I guess, in light of everything with the transgender comments that Dave Chappelle made in his last special. And so he literally sat down and wrote a handwritten note that he online explaining that he doesn't agree with Dave Chappelle's position on transgender. And the picture, because he was working with a fellow comedian, and not only that, he said he's Dave Chappelle since they were 15 years old. And I just thought it was a bad look. If somebody cancels a person that I care about, and I don't disagree with that person did or said, and I respect their right to have their opinion, I am not going to kind of disavow taking a picture with them or something like that. Either I'm not going to take a picture with them, or if I do, everybody's going to have to live with it. And that's just it. And I just thought it looked very, very weak as a friend to actually do that. You know, if it's a friend, I think I stand with him now. His career is not where Dave Chappelle is, and his bank account is not where Dave Chappelle is, but I thought it looked very weak. I thought it looked very bad. If anybody disliked the position that either you gentlemen took, I would still go over your house, and I would still do the show with you, and I would still take pictures with you, and I would still be friends with you. So if somebody said, I don't like Rodney because I don't like his position, I'm not going to sit up there and try to avoid Rodney. Be like, I'm on the show with Rodney, but I look at it differently. That's, I'm not going to do that. And I thought it was very weak.
Shauna came through. She said Patton Oswalt. That's his name.
Yes,
Patton
yes.
Oswalt.
And he looked just like his name sounds.
Kelvin, I'm going to co-sign what you said. I think there's a term that I have for that. It's called, what to me, the way you described it, I interpret it as he pulled a parachute. Mm-hmm. What he's doing is first of all, if Dave Chappelle is your man, he puts you on, he lets you do a show, because the exposure that you're going to get from doing a Dave Chappelle show is tremendous, right? You had a problem with Dave Chappelle and you shouldn't have took his offer. You should have said, nah, I'm going to rock with that. But at the same time, he's trying to appease another audience at the same time so he can stay neutral. He's pulling a parachute to save himself. So in a way, if I was Dave Chappelle, I wouldn't fuck with him no more. Right. Because to me, that's not a friend. Like you said, that's not a friend. The thing is, you're not going to go out there and, if Dave Chappelle holds you down, whatever, he's supposed to be your man. And then you go out there and you try to do that middle thing and spit in the middle. No, that's not cool. If I was Dave Chappelle, I said, that's not my man. I'm not messing with him.
I absolutely agree. I couldn't agree more. I just thought it looked very, very weak. And he literally was.
What he should have said was, Dave Chappelle's my man. He has a right to his opinion. And basically, I'm not condemning him, but the thing is, he's my friend, and as far as I'm concerned, he's good with me, and that's it. I'd have left it like that. I wouldn't have said, but I don't agree with he said this. Now, okay, don't get me wrong. If me and you was tight, Kelvin, and you said something severely heinous, like really fucked up, then we got to talk about it amongst me and you. But we're not going to put it out. Of course, yeah, we're not. Of course, that's what friends do. You don't put it out.
I'm just saying, and I agree with Shauna on that. Realistically, in other words, Dave Chappelle's set is his set. What he does on stage is what he does. I mean, if I'm in a movie with somebody, I'm gonna be like, oh, I was in the movie, but I ain't, we not tight. I mean, at the end of the day, every person is responsible for their own actions. Dave Chappelle didn't do anything illegal. Dave Chappelle just talked about his art form, and that's it. And I still maintain freedom of speech, period. That's the reality. I maintain it. And as long as my father used to tell me, you can say whatever you want, as long as it's the truth. If it's the truth, I'm going to say it. And that's just the bottom line. If you don't like it, that's it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit up there and avoid taking a picture with you, but then we're going to be on the phone talking like we cool. Nah, that I'm not going to have it. I would look bad to take a picture with the man and then write an apology note for people who didn't like it. You don't like Dave Chappelle? Don't look at the picture. That's it. He's a friend of mine since I was 15 years old. So he said something on a special, a year ago that you don't like, then so be it. Don't watch the special. That's all.
Don't watch the special and don't support him then if you don't like it.
Right. It's like people who go to jail, like, you don't, like, I still support my friends that went to jail for stuff. Like, I'm not gonna unfriend them. Like, okay, you sold drugs, okay, you still my boy. Like, but you gotta. I'm not gonna say, nah, I can't fuck with him or he fucking killing society. Like, that ain't me. I'm your boy. I'm your boy. Like that's right.
I mean, I do believe there is a line to a certain degree. I mean, I know this is gonna sound strange. You can't support your boy like raping kids or some shit.
No, hell no, I ain't doing that.
No, that's what I'm saying. There is a line there. You can't say there's so much you can go with something like that. But I'm saying in this typical situation, no, he should be riding with Dave. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but these LGBTQs, Dave came out talking some cracking jokes on black folks. So these motherfuckers ain't saying shit.
Yeah,
they're not saying nothing. Like,
and what I'm saying is you can still be neutral on the subject, which is basically saying when I'm on the stage, what I'm saying is what I feel. What Dave Chappelle say is what he feels. That's it. Don't associate the two. But I'm not going to stop being friends with him because you don't like his jokes.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. And if you think you're going to pressure me into disavowing somebody because you don't like his jokes, then I'm not doing that either.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Kelvin, you realize what they're doing is that, just like you said, they're seeing how far they can pressure people to disassociate themselves from Dave Chappelle.
Right.
And the way you stop that is to shut it down and say, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
But well, that's
or don't respond to them. It was all on Twitter. I don't respond to them. Like, don't give them if you don't say nothing, you give them nothing to get. That's it. They can say what the fuck they want. All right, cool. You said that.
But the thing is, if you do say in the position that I think his friend was in, if he said, "Go fuck yourself," he would have got more press, and he would have been probably a bigger star.
Mm-hmm.
He could have capitalized on the moment.
Well, a lot of comedians are fighting against this shutdown.
The
What
moment,
they call the cancel culture. A lot of
right? The moment you capitulate, they're gonna control your career.
Correct.
So what if they don't like let's say they don't like somebody in your family? Well, I don't want you around your mother. Then what? In other words, you're gonna control what I do. You're not gonna do that because if you're a fan of mine, I don't need you as a fan. That's it. Because you're not gonna dictate to me how I practice my art, and you're not gonna choose my friends. I'm grown.
Yeah. By him writing that letter, he gave them power.
To me, if I'm like you, Rodney, if I'm Chappelle, that's it. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you ain't got to write the letter, dude. We done.
Right. That's it. That's why I respected Jay-Z bringing him out to present him at the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Sure to say, yep. And Dave would have taken him on tour with him, talking about Patton Oswalt. Yeah, but but he can't go. But listen, the tour's over. He would have went on tour, but now the tour got to end. You still got to be the same people. You know.
Let's think about this for a minute. Look at the power of Dave Chappelle right now. Right now, let's use me and D as an example. Right? Say I'm on a level of Dave Chappelle, and he holds me down, and then all of a sudden they blackball him. Guess what? I'm still taking him with me. He's still gonna be good because I have the power. I have the audience. I don't have to kowtow to them. I say no. He's still going on tour with me. He's gonna get his money with me. We don't have to worry about it. And you know what? I don't know. I'm just.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, D. I think it's very, very hypocritical of the transgender community to start doing to people what you said people were doing to you. You literally are trying to tell people how they should perceive things, and now you're bullying people in reverse. And there's no other way around it. You're literally going to cancel somebody who is associated with somebody else. You got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So what's next? So you gonna knock because of what I believe, because of my religion, because of my faith, because of what else is next?
Yeah.
Like literally, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I tell people all the time, there are certain things that I am never going to agree with. And that doesn't mean I want harm to come to any community. I'm saying you can't market certain things to me because I am not with it. That's just the bottom line. But you can't knock me because I'm like, I don't look at it the same way. I will say this till the cows come home. I don't care what you identify with. If you are a grown man, you should not be in a bathroom publicly with a child, period. Like you shouldn't be of the opposite sex. You shouldn't be like, I'm 40 years old. I feel like I'm a woman inside, so I can be in a bathroom with 15-year-old girls. I will never agree with that. To me, whatever equipment you came here with, I believe that's the bathroom you should use. Now, that's just my perspective. Now, if you don't like that, then you don't like that. Then we can agree to disagree. But if you feel like, yo, I'm not trying to hurt you, now you got to email somebody that's hurting me, I'm not with it. And that's just it.
Tim says, Kelvin, you call him on that bullshit. Yeah.
Well, I'm separated from Kelvin right now because I want to get more checks. Fuck what he said. Give me a rainbow check, goddamn.
Yeah, good checks too, boy.
And we can't forget we are talking about a comedian that's telling jokes here.
It's jokes.
It's jokes. Can't take a joke. Get out the fucking kitchen.
Yeah,
they still want to go to comedy clubs though. Everybody still want to go to comedy clubs. Just as long as you say up there what I want you to say.
And here go the thing, Dave Chappelle, I don't care what they do. He got a whole big audience that fuck with what he thinks and what he believes and what he's saying. So he don't give a fuck. Whatever the letter people say, never gonna stop him. It's never. Yeah. He would have to go out there and kill somebody.
And they making him a sympathetic figure. Actually, some people gonna ride with him just because they trying to stop him.
Yeah. But you see what Dave Chappelle's doing. He's setting himself up where he's gonna have his own place to perform. Nobody can come in unless he lets them come in. He's going to control his own game. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nick.
What up, Mo? Kelvin get a lot of love tonight.
You get a lot of love.
Rod, when he do this comeback, he gonna sit there and let it settle for about 2 years. Then they gonna be dying for Chappelle to come back. He gonna come back and kill him in about 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. That's what it's gonna be.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be very happy for the brother too.
Yeah.
No question.
I'll go see him. I will go see him, man. What else?
If we can afford it. If we can afford it, because I'm sure them numbers are going to be pretty high when he's.
You said yesterday's price.
Today's price. Yeah, because I think my man went to go see him at the Garden, and I think the cheapest ticket, and he was way at the top, was $140. I think it's something like that. I think it's 140, something like that.
I paid more than that.
I think it was more than that. Maybe more than that. I may be wrong.
I'm not paying $140 for nosebleeds nowhere, even though all you got to do is here.
I paid like $160 when he was at Radio City Music Hall when he did his comeback tour.
Holla when you're at the Beacon.
And I was on the upper level, not in the back, but towards the front of the upper level.
Rod heard the jokes 30 seconds later. By the time I got to Rod,
yo, I was up there. What he say? What he say? I can't hear him. What he say?
Shit, that's hilarious, man. Hilarious shit, man. All right, some more funny shit. Not funny shit, but some more lines. Airbnb limits the use of travels. Yeah, right. Anti-racism. I'm reading this wrong. Airbnb limits the use of travelers named as. They won't put the names on anymore. That's what the story is, right?
What they're gonna do is they're just going to give you the person's initially, and you'll get their last name later. Because what's happening is people are discriminating by virtue of the name. So if your name has a Q in it, they're not written to you. Your name is Quan anything. Daquan, Raekwon, Saquon. You're not getting the Airbnb there. So
there's a in there
somewhere. Guys. I'm laughing at a comment in the chat.
Oh shit!
I don't think it came up.
Oh, you have to sell the ticket.
Yo, shout out to Keisha. That's hilarious.
Shout out to Keisha.
Shout out to Keisha. That's hilarious.
You don't have to sell a part. Boom, Keisha. There you go.
Boom, Keisha.
Oh man, I tell you.
So that's why I can't get those Airbnbs because my name is Devon.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can't find.
A little too ethnic, my friend.
Josh Equasia, she can't go on vacation.
I would love to have been in the triage with the fart lady though. When she got to explain what happened. I just want to hear her explain.
There had to be an explanation.
What seems to be the problem?
Why? What do you think?
What I would do as a doctor?
What are you doing?
Hilarious.
If I was a doctor, I would have banged the cork in her ass. That's what I'd have did. I wouldn't tell no more fart. So, grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, they said she had to retire. Oh man, she had to retire. I'll tell you. But no, the Airbnb stuff. I mean, it's usually regular racism stuff. I mean, you know what's so funny? The Uber app was supposed to be like that, where you remember back in the day, they wouldn't take yellow cabs, wouldn't take people to Harlem or Brooklyn. Yeah. And so the Uber app was supposed to be you couldn't, you wouldn't know where the person was going until they got in and stuff like that. Because certain people that drove Uber wouldn't turn on their thing when they were in like black neighborhoods.
Oh, because they didn't want to pick people up.
Yeah. I'm not saying who they might have been. I'm just saying some people probably waited to get the Garden City and other places when they drove Uber and wouldn't turn it on Sutton Boulevard or Guy Brewer. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, man. I only stayed at Airbnb like once in Indianapolis. It was cool.
I stayed at one. I stayed one in Durham. It was cool too. It was cool. It was a good look.
Yeah. I've stayed in a few. They actually were very nice, the ones I stayed in. I didn't have any issues or anything like that.
Matter of fact, I stayed in one that was fly before I even knew what Airbnb was, down in Key West.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I stayed in an Airbnb upstate on the water, a cabin, and it was awesome. And we was probably the only black people there. But we didn't have no problem. Not at all.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Upstate New York is different.
Nice cabin. The backyard was really nice. Hammock, fire pit, and the backyard was the lake. I mean, this big lake.
Oh, that's hot.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm still a hotel guy, man. I like somebody turning down my bed and shit like that. But now, if you stay at the Hampton Inn, you got to tell them to clean your room and shit now because of COVID.
Yeah, I heard.
You got to tell them that. You got to tell them, I want my room clean.
And I think they offer some places offer it every other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it has to do with staff shortage too, because I went in a hotel too, and you have to let them know that you want the room clean. If not, they don't clean it because then they have to use, they got to clean more rooms. So.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Let me see what else we got here, man. Down north, pizza empire in Philadelphia with former incarcerated people chefing it up. Shout out to Chicken Wing. He's my jail chef and his prison fried rice and all those prison fried nachos. So, what do you guys think about this brother right here, former incarcerated, chefing it up? People giving chance to hire former incarcerated people, man. Thoughts on that, y'all?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Now is the story he's giving preference to incarcerated people, or is it just he's giving them a chance? Because there's two different things I think at play right here. I think it would be dope if he was giving them preference.
I think that he's only hiring.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's beautiful. Then what I mean, because for a lot of them, they would really have a hard time, finding work. Because listen, he's in his own way, he's kind of counteracting the prejudice that they're gonna experience when they leave. You know what I mean?
But to be fair, if I was hiring, I would have to know what you was in for. Like I sit down with you in the interview and I say, "Hey, brother, what happened?" "Oh, I choked my boss." Okay, yeah.
You won't be choking no bosses up in here. I'll be honest with you, Kelvin. I kind of disagree. I probably wouldn't ask them what they were in for.
I don't think you legally can. I don't think you can legally.
I don't know if you legally can or not, but I don't think I would ask them.
No, I gotta know. I have to know. I have to know.
Yeah.
I gotta know. I'm sorry.
The only thing I can see, like I like the idea because I do believe in second chances. People should get second chances or whatever. Everybody's not going to work out, and I know there are going to be some people that's going to get fired. The only thing, guys, I think a little different. I just want to make sure he's not underpaying them as a result of this.
Well, Rodney, I'm glad you said that. I got one that's better for you. There was a church one time, a very successful church in Brooklyn, and what they would do was go to businesses and say, if you give a former incarcerated person an opportunity, we'll pay their salary for a year. You just hire them, and we'll pay the salary.
Oh, well, that's the feds are doing now. That's why you see a lot of guys working at UPS that's formerly incarcerated. They're getting checks from the feds.
Oh, okay. So so you don't have that much liability, and if you're a non-violent, offender or whatever like that, in some cases, I mean, I guess it depends, but, obviously you got to protect your customer base too, because if you deal with the public, you wind up with Antonio Brown on your hands, stuff like that. You just never know.
But you do realize that you can kind of tell what they did based on the felony that they were convicted on, what class felony they were convicted on. If it's like an A felony, that shit was serious. Compared to like a B felony, a C felony.
Yeah.
And so, that's why I say I wouldn't ask, because I would kind of have an idea by just.
I met a dude, Rodney, who was a blood from LA.
Okay.
And he was in from the time he was 16 till he was 32. I know they ain't no parking tickets.
Yeah.
So
that sounds like a murder or armed robbery.
That's what it sounds like.
Monique said Kelvin's acting scared.
I ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying?
Kelvin's acting scared. What you scared for?
No, I've just been robbed too many times. Catalytic converter, red oil machine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! But I would hire the brothers, man. I mean, my job, we hire formerly incarcerated people. As you know, we got Chicken Wing on staff. They actually pretty much work out. It's just like I would just hope they have a lot of training, because there's a lot of stuff that people, when they come from being in jail for depends how many years they've been in. For most people, over 10 years, whatever, they got to get, to me, some professional training about how the workplace act, the ethics and that. And I'm glad that this brother's giving them a shout, because a lot of guys they scared to put down the jobs they had in prison on their resume. Yeah. And this was giving them a chance. Like if they came home, they start here. I worked here, did customer service, blah, 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 blah. You go food prepping. I got my food handler's license and all those kind of certifications. They'll be kind of good. But I just hope they get a lot of training on how to really deal with public. Some things, the way you handle stuff in jail, where you can say stuff to folks, that you got to be able to transition. That's some of the.
All my cousins that was locked up became security guards.
Jesus Christ.
That was it. Yep.
I thought this was a joke. You serious?
No, security. No. You look at a lot of these security guard jobs are not people's first choice, so they got to give people a shot.
Yeah,
and it was so funny to us. My cousin, his job was to secure the mall, the same one he used to steal from. So that was just ironic.
Jamie said, how many cousins you have that's been locked up? God damn.
Oh, what? Let me tell you something.
Who ain't locked up? How about let's go?
I had a cousin been in jail since it started. You understand what I'm saying? That is the truth.
He built the jail for him to go in, right?
I can't front. If he come on this screen right now, we in jail. That's it.
Oh shit. Oh man, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. But yeah, man, shout out to the brothers, man. Hope they make some. I wonder what kind of dishes they're making. Like jail pizza. When you change the names instead of regular, like, oh, this is a Sicilian. What do you call this? The shank. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
banger.
You know banger. Yo, how many slices? How many slices you want? 8.
You can get.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, man. Shout out before the motherfuckers jump me. We cool, brothers. For the brothers.
Yeah. They just would have to worry about a knife fight breaking out in the kitchen. That's about it.
Word up, man. Word up, man. That's crazy, man. Man, but man, brothers, like, so this. What are your brothers' New Year's resolutions coming up, man? We at the beginning of the top of the year, man. What you guys got planned? Anything you'll see for yourselves, or what you want to try to do in the conference?
It's very, very interesting.
Mine has more to do with health, man. Like mental health and physical health, spiritual health, just all around holistic health. I want to be healthy this year. I want to feel happy. I want to feel at ease. And be surrounded by peace. So that's my goal. You know what I mean? So everything and I have to be. I know that I have to be purposeful in everything that I do to achieve it. So that's just sort of my thing. So it accomplishes a bunch of things for me. So health accomplishes a bunch of things for me.
Yeah.
I would say much like Derik, I want to make sure that I'm in great shape and peak shape. Because if you don't have your health, what else you have? And then I own a home in North Carolina that I've been trying for years to turn it into a veterans home in honor of my late father. So we started a nonprofit called Welcome Home American Veterans. I want to get it off the ground. It's a 4,200 square foot house. So I want to fill it up with veterans that are disabled and open it in my father's name. So that's something that is a goal of mine this year. And also I want to make sure that Let's Chop It Up comes the #1 podcast anywhere. So I want to step the game up on the show and do great things. So just try to I want to see what it's like to operate at the optimum level. Whatever I do, just try to be great at it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Rodney, anything for you, brother?
Yeah. My first thing is I want to get at everybody that owes me money. That's the first thing I want to do. So as soon as I finish getting at their ass,
revenue collection.
Yeah. As soon as I finish getting at them, I want to try to lose 20 pounds. I also too, I want to do more reading. I want to start reading. I have this little collection of books. It's like maybe about 5 or 6 books that I have that I've never started. I never read them, and I'm going to read them this year. So I'm going to do some brain building for 2022. And like you said, I still want to do health things. I want to get 20 pounds down, change the way I eat even more, and just take care of me, and so I can be here longer for my family. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, the thing I agree with Rod. I got a whole bunch of books on. I'm starting to get into the audio books. The first audio book I got. I guess we'll talk about next week. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I want to get back to. I have a lot of books I haven't read yet, so I have a ton of those. I ordered so many, and every time I see I order my friend books in jail. I bought myself a book, so I got 1,000 books over here to read. Like everything, health and wealth, man. And be around a lot of love, man. I want.
Hell yeah.
I just want the good vibes. Oh yeah, I don't want to be you negative, go that way. Don't fuck with me, man. I'm serious. I don't want none of that negative shit. I'm not arguing motherfuckers in 2022. I'm not doing it. You're not gonna take no years off my life arguing with you bitch ass motherfucker. So
thank you, Monique.
Shout out to Monique, man.
She said, Kelvin, let me know when you come to North Carolina. I may be able to get the Marines to help. That's what's happening, man.
Absolutely. I would definitely have to connect. Thank you for that.
Connect, for real.
Definitely connect.
I know
Make
Monique.
sure you're not
Monique.
laying for you when you get there, Kelvin. They might jump you.
Let me ask you guys this, and I want to ask you, D, because you just mentioned it. I always feel like it's almost like cheating for the audiobook. Is it something different about reading? Is that?
It is.
Here come my thing with the audiobooks, because I was the same thing. I was like, it's something different because you wanted the pages, all that stuff. And you make up the own voices of characters in your head. Right now, I got the Will Smith book, and I'll tell you about it next week, I guess, or whatever. I do like it because it's you also get extra sounds and stuff with it, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't think that was going to happen. So I'm kind of feeling, I'm hearing it from the person's voice, so I'm actually seeing them actually do certain things. So
Okay, got you.
So it's a little way. Also, I can walk around, got my headphones on, and I'm in the car. So now,
I've heard
15 hours, and I can just listen to the joint in the car or on the plane, and it's a little different. So I'm like, instead of carrying, and now you want to walk around a little lighter now, right? Instead of carrying a book in your hand or all kind of stuff like that, it's a little different. So I think I'm gonna get into these joints, man.
Yeah, I'm going to do both. Depends on the book. I'll do audio with one of the books, but I still want to read a couple because I want to do brain building. You know what I'm saying? As far as reading, but then I think it's. Nice. I think that the audio book is cheating in a certain way, and I think it's more of an achievement when you actually sat down and read the book and finished it from cover to back.
I see what you're saying, but Shauna made a good point. Made a good point. It looks like they're doing effects and stuff like that, so that would be a good look as well.
It's dope, man. And Lisa just texted me on the side. She's like, she loves audiobooks too. So it's like I'm getting it. That's what I never knew was like that. I didn't know all the stuff that like Shauna said. I was like, oh, this shit sound kind of dope. Like you can hear like Will's talking about certain scratches and stuff like that in his book. But Jazzy Jeff, we all know how we love Jazzy Jeff, right?
Oh, Jazzy Jeff is incredible.
Exactly.
Man.
But when you hear it in the audiobooks, like, oh, it makes now you get what he was trying to feel because he's talking about certain scratches Jazz did. Like we know the Transformer scratch, all that kind of stuff like that. Like a lot of if you read it, like Transformer scratch. We know in our era, but if a young cat would know what that means, man. So I love it.
Tim said people say the same about the Kindle readers, you know.
Yeah.
I'm cool with these audiobooks, man. It sounds good. I never read one. I listened to one, I should say, but I think I'm gonna get into it, man. It sounds like it's like something.
I'm gonna tell you this. I listened to not the whole thing, but majority of it. 50 Cent's book is pretty deep.
Yeah, you listen to the audiobook one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the hard copy of that.
Yeah, the thing is, I would recommend that because he says some powerful stuff in there. 50 Cent is pretty smart.
No, he's a smart guy. Yeah, my wife watches. She says I love audiobooks. I work for hours using my hands instead of always listening to music.
No, right.
Did anybody check out Mayweather's audiobook?
He is a what? Wow.
I'm out. Come on, man.
Yo, that wasn't nice, Kelvin.
You know what? It took me a minute. It took me a second.
No, I knew as soon as he said what he was doing.
Maka.
You
I don't think we're ever going to see a book from Floyd Mayweather.
Nah. Yo, I must next week, Sammy, I want you to find the meme of Floyd Mayweather when his long boots on, his coat on. They said he looked like a drug dealer's bitch. That shit was hilarious. Man.
Yo.
That shit is hilarious.
Oh man.
Yo, he dressed like a drug dealer chick, man.
Damn,
Kelvin, see? He going to hell. He going to hell. He going to hell, son.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know I was wrong. I can't let the enemy use me. I started off the year wrong.
I really wouldn't want to have Floyd Mayweather's audiobook, man. No. We would have to rehearse that shit, man. It's no way I want to have Floyd Mayweather's audiobook. No fucking way. I couldn't do it. It would take you. If Will Smith book is 15 hours, a Floyd Mayweather audiobook will probably be like 70 hours, 80 hours.
Because there would be a lot of interruptions because he'll keep saying, "What's this word right here?"
Yo, I'm gonna tell you honestly. I know they always make jokes about him. Honestly, there is no excuse for being a multimillionaire and can't read. There's no excuse to not be able to read. But if you're a multimillionaire, you just need to be able to have somebody teach you how to read if you can't read.
Well, I think that's the reason he focuses on so much about money.
Yeah,
lacking somewhere else. He's focused on money because I think he says, "Well, look, I'm not educated at all, and I'm still successful." So he's
right.
It's like a white supremacist premise, harping on that he's white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
But I don't
but
think
you gotta just
He just
you
want
just
to.
got to know what it would unlock in your life. You just don't want to be in prison like that. You know what I mean?
Dexter Manley for the Redskins. Remember, he walked around with a Wall Street Journal upside down, reading upside down. He didn't know how to read. Played for the Redskins.
That's right.
Remember Dexter Manley, man.
Wow.
There's a lot of cats that can't read that made money, man.
Yeah.
Like Lisa texted me aside, said somebody will have to read him the book. So he got to be the audio books. Imagine somebody in the background saying, "Old McDonald, Old McDonald."
Yo, we had a kid in class like that. You know how we used to have to fly out and they go around? We had this one kid named Lamont. And I'm talking about, it got to his point where they had the paragraph. And my man just, eyes started welling up. Everybody looked, my man just started crying. Yo, we was in 6th grade too, by the way. At that point, you're supposed to be able to knock them paragraphs out.
Listen, my sister and my niece teach now. It's still going on right now, bro. Bad.
Yo, Kelvin, when Lamont got up to read and he couldn't do it, did you say, "You big dummy"?
I got a cousin named Lamont.
Yo, if they'd have thought of that back then, they would have. Man, I'm glad you wasn't in class, bro.
I love kids are the best, man. Kids correct the best jokes, man.
Because we realized, some people just wasn't good eating out loud. My man just couldn't start. That was it. And you know what's coming to you. It's 20 kids in the class. You know you sitting somewhere in there. You gonna get it. That's just it.
You should have ran to the bathroom. You should have ran to the bathroom.
Ran to the bathroom. Matter of fact, I got a shit.
Word, I'd have been out. Spell shit. They would have asked them to spell shit. They'd have been fucked up.
Oh,
you can't go to you spell shit. But yo, this man, thank you guys for being along with us tonight, man, with the fellas, with the brothers, man. It's our first show for the 2022. We will still be bringing you more guests. We will still bring you more information and stuff like that. If you have topics, please let us know. We love to chop it up about them, man. We love that you all chime in. Shout out to everyone that comment tonight and comment later on, and tell a friend about our show. We love you all. Peace, and peace.